What if your personality is not really your personality at all? What if it's just a role your younger self created to keep everyone else calm, to keep the peace, to survive? Tonight, at a beautiful wedding, one woman is about to realize she has been living in that role her whole life. Her name is Elena. Music, laughter, fairy lights. The wedding looks perfect from a distance. But behind the scenes, the cake is late. The DJ's sound system just died. Two relatives are arguing near the bar, and in the middle of all this is Elena. She isn't the bride. She isn't the planner. She isn't being paid. But every time something goes wrong, people turn to the same person. Elena, can you fix this? Elena, what do we do? Elena, you're the only one who stays calm. She's texting the bakery. She's talking to the DJ. She's calming down the groom. Everyone tells her, you're a lifesaver. We'd be lost without you. You're always the strong one. She smiles. She says, it's okay. I've got it. Inside, she feels exhausted. Hours pass. Guests are eating, dancing, taking photos. Elena's plate is still empty. Her drink is warm. Her feet hurt. She passes a mirror in the hallway. Her dress is stained from carrying plates. Her hair has come loose. She stops for just a second, looks at her reflection and thinks, I'm not even a guest here. I'm the emergency service. On her phone, the lock screen shows a beach, a place she saved a someday trip. She has never gone because there is always a crisis, always someone to save, always a fire to put out. Ooh. Later, while everyone else is dancing, Elena stands at the edge of the room. Music echoes in the background. Lights blur into soft colors. She watches people laugh and relax. Her chest feels tight. Her shoulders ache. A thought floats up, quiet but sharp. If I disappeared right now, would anyone even notice that I never got to just be here? Not working, not fixing, not managing, just being. Years earlier, a hospital waiting room, harsh lights, plastic chairs, the smell of disinfectant in the air. 10-year-old Elena sits on a chair that's too big for her. Her dad is pacing, talking too fast. Her mom is crying, hands shaking. A nurse is asking questions. No one is giving clear answers. So little Elena stands up. She explains what happened. Her words are calm. Her voice doesn't shake. She holds her mom's hand. She distracts her little cousin with a game. An aunt leans down and says, "You're so mature for your age. You're the responsible one in this family." Thank God you're here, Elena. It sounds like love. It sounds like praise. But her nervous system hears something else. If you are not the strong one, this family falls apart. After that day, the pattern keeps repeating. At school, the teacher asks Elena to help control a noisy class. At the grocery store, she keeps track of the list while her mom zones out. At family gatherings, she steps in before arguments explode. No one tells her, hey, you're just a child. No one tells her, you're allowed to rest. Instead, she hears, you're so dependable. You're the only one I can count on. You're not like other kids. And slowly, a role forms. Psychologists call this a survival role. The responsible one, the fixer, the strong one. It starts as protection. Her brain is trying to keep the environment stable, But if nobody ever tells you that you can stop playing that role, your nervous system turns it into your identity. Here's what Elena never knew. The brain loves patterns more than it loves truth. If being the responsible one once kept her family calm, her brain tags that behavior as safe. So every time she says yes when she wants to say no, every time she fixes a problem that isn't hers, every time she holds her feelings in to keep the peace, her brain whispers, good, we're safe. This is who you are. Memory joins in. It highlights every moment she was strong, mature, dependable. It dims the moments she cried, needed help, or wanted someone else to take over. Years later, Elena doesn't just act responsible. She believes, this is just who I am. She doesn't realize it started as a costume, a mask, a role. Back to the present. The wedding is almost over. Guests are drunk and happy. The crisis moments are fading. Outside, behind the venue, Elena sits on a curb. Her heels are off. Her mascara is smudged from tears she didn't mean to cry. The night air is cold. For the first time today, she is alone. The bride finds her. She sits down next to Elena and says, "You've done everything tonight. Have you even sat down once?" Elena opens her mouth to say the usual line, "I'm fine. I like helping." But nothing comes out. Instead, she hears herself say, "I don't know how to not take care of everyone. I don't know who I am if I stop." A few minutes later, someone rushes over. "Elena, the DJ needs you. He doesn't know what to play next." This is the moment. The old script is ready. Stand up, fix it, be the hero. Her heart races, her mind screams, "Go!" But another voice appears, smaller, softer. "What if you let someone else handle it?" She takes a slow breath and says, "I'm off duty. Ask the wedding planner." The words feel heavy, wrong, dangerous. She waits for the world to explode. It doesn't. The music starts again. People laugh. Somebody else solves it. The world survives without her holding it together. For the first time that night, Elena walks back inside and sits at a table. She eats a piece of cake. She listens to a joke. And she actually laughs. The role she played as a child kept her family from falling apart. But it was never meant to be her whole life. You might know this feeling too. Maybe you were the responsible one, the peacemaker, the entertainer, the invisible child who never caused trouble. Those roles protected you. They were real. They were smart. But they are not the full story of who you are. You are allowed to outgrow the role your younger self chose to survive. You are allowed to ask, "Who am I?" when I'm not fixing, pleasing, managing, or holding it all together. Because the childhood you never had is something you can still give to yourself now. One small no at a time. One honest "I'm tired" at a time. One piece of cake you actually sit down to enjoy. This was Elena's story, but it might also be yours. If you felt something in this story, you're not alone. Subscribe to Story Minds for more stories where the human mind finally meets the truth.